Stephon Devereux, Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 radio. I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Oh, my goodness. Got a lot to talk about today. Got a lot going on. Do I want to start the show off with a regular rant? Because, I can rant. But I try not to these days. Try to be good. And if you want to hear me rant, we can... Well, this is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect show to do that. Not on the other Stephon Devereux shows that you can hear on Mixcloud and other outlets that we're on. But this show right here, this is a pro wrestling show, and that means I can cut any type of promo I want to cut. Maybe I should save it. Anyway, welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the show. You can see we're going to get into some stuff here. Some of the fan favorites, what they're enjoying right now. The whole internet community is talking about it. The whole toxic internet community is talking about it, as I say in quotations. The epic MJF CM Punk promo that took place this past week on Dynamite. I'll let that breathe. Let it breathe. Now look, I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to two gentlemen going at it. I was looking forward to it. Just like every other wrestling fan in the business. Who cares about promos and cares about two, great athletes who are great on a microphone and who's building towards something that could be special down the line. MJF versus CM Punk. But we knew the first promo was going to have to, be epic. We knew. Now look, I'm saying epic level of Hulk Hogan Rock. Remember the first time they got in the ring? First time? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking epic Vince McMahon pretty much telling Steve Austin that, look, buddy, I got to protect you as my champion. I got to protect you as one of my wrestlers. You're injured, Austin. You can't get in the ring. Blah, 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 blah. I'm talking epic. I can go deeper because there's another promo that I would love to bring up, but if I do, people will actually probably try to cancel me, but I won't do this. But anyway, we needed something epic. Something that was going to get the wrestling business talking again. Get it hot. I'll even go epic Scott Hall walking down them stairs back in May. I think it was May 27th, 1996. And he walked out on stairs and he grabbed that microphone and he said, hey, yo, for the first time. I'm talking epic. That's what we were looking for. That's what we wanted. Let me tell you what we got from this promo. Now, we won't get into the fact that it was long. It was almost 20 minutes. I think that the time was 15 minutes, 15 to 18 minutes with the entrances and so forth and so forth. It was long. Some jabs were thrown. They went after each other really. I think MJF tossed some harder jabs than CM Punk. It's just my opinion. Because some of the things that MJF was saying, let's start with the fact that he said that, dude, I thought you were straight edge. You look like a meth head. Bro, look, no disrespect to CM Punk, but I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to lie. But, bro, you kind of looking like a fiend right now. And I'm not talking about Bray Wyatt. I mean, you're sweaty out there. You look like a bum. Like you just came off the streets of Chicago. And I'm not saying nothing bad about the guys who live in Chicago, the homeless people out there, but I'm just saying, CM Punk, man, some of y'all looking better than dude, and he got money. I'm just saying. But let's be real. Look at him. Go back and watch that promo. MJF was cool He was calm. CM Punk was sweating like a daggone dude who knew he was about to get lit up. Lit up. Like they was about to, he was walking through a crowd of people. Well, here's a story. Back in the day, in a gang-infested neighborhood, nothing against the gangs. Actually, yeah, we got something against the gangs. It kind of pissed me off, but anyway. Lived in a gang-infested neighborhood. I knew which parts of the neighborhood not to walk through. I knew because I didn't want to be bothered. CM Punk looked like the dude who, he was sweating like, I'm big and bad now. Let me go walk through there. Next thing you know, he was scared. He was scared. Because he knew MJF was about to put it on him, B. MJF was about to put it on him. But anyway. CM Punk, man, come on, bro. MJF got a point there. You kind of looking like a meth head. But that's another story. CM Punk said something that was, along with MJF, because they kept using WWE references, but we'll get into that in a second. But he called him a wannabe Miz. I think it was something like that. Like a wannabe Miz. Bro, how was MJF a wannabe Miz? Let me tell you something now. Miz is my dude, all right? Respect the Miz. Miz is one of those guys who takes this business seriously. And that's why he's making the money that he makes. MJF, that's not a bad thing if you want to call him a wannabe Miz. But I don't compare them to. I don't think their characters really... Let's just be real. What? Miz was he acted spoiled back in the day too, but it was because he felt like he was a Hollywood star already. MJF thinks he's the best wrestler on the planet. Two different scenarios, B. They like to dress nice. I mean, I don't see excuse me. So did Ric Flair. So you're going to tell me that the Miz or Ric Flair was trying to be like the Miz too? Tully Blanchard was trying to be like the Miz too? I mean, let's just be real. So what if they dress nice? Nick Bockwinkel? I mean, bruh, it was dumb. Something else that got to me was he sat there and said that MJF would have to marry Tony's daughter before he become a star, and Tony has to have a daughter first. Because he doesn't have a daughter yet, obviously. And I mean, like, bruh, really? So you're comparing him to Triple H? Microphone versus microphone. Who's a better mic? MJF. He's not going to need others to get him over like Triple H did. Let's just be real. Shawn Michaels got Triple H over. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, they got Triple H over. The Clique. MJF, I don't remember hearing that he's a part of any clique. I mean, you're comparing. See, the things that you compared them to were just stupid. In my opinion, of course. Maybe that's why your boss, from what I understand, and rumors are, he wasn't too happy about the promo. Because you guys kept bringing up WWE rep. And then, what really got to me was the marrying the daughter part. But they kind of had MJF, was he cowering out a little bit? Did he, if they would have stuck one of things like the MJF picture with CM Punk when he was a kid, if they had stayed on, because MJF tried to do that, how talked about, what CM Punk meant to him at one time. He talked about that. They stayed with MJF being on Rosie O'Donnell when he was a kid. They had stayed there. Instead of CM Punk wants to make sure people know that he was main eventing WrestleMania at Madison Square Garden. I mean, let's just be real. It'll go into something I said that someone, a former WWE wrestler, and I said it, a former WWE guy who now works for AEW, and he sat there and took offense because we're not former WWE guys. They didn't make us. Okay, we'll talk about that later, buddy. Because your top star, the company that you're working for right now, that you said is the best company on the planet right now, Miro, your top guy continues to reference the former company that he worked for, the company that made him a millionaire. But you don't like being called a former WWE guy, and neither does that man. Or you don't want him to be called that either. You don't want Bryan Danielson to be called that either. You don't want Jon Moxley. Then why the hell y'all keep bringing the daggone form, the WWE up? Why? The biggest promo of the night of these two guys, of CM Punk's return to wrestling, to AEW, MJF's stage, and they're bringing up WWE references the whole promo. But guys like Miro are upset. I can continue. But why should I, Miro? Why should I? No one cares about your gimmick anyway. Oh, you look tough now. Ooh. But you was a clown when you first got there. So now you're supposed to be this big, tough heel when you was a damn clown when you got there to AEW. Planning that you left the WWE as a clown? You go to AEW as a clown. But we're not supposed to sit here and talk about how you were a former WWE guy. Or how CM Punk, he's not a former WWE guy. Jon Moxley. Shoot. Well, actually, no, I can't say no because he's always on a daggone podcast bringing them up too. See what I'm saying? Now, if I can agree with one thing with Mr. Tiny Khan, you know what? I'll be respectful today. I'll call him Tony. If I can bring up one thing that I agree with, and if the rumors are true that he was upset by these guys continuously bringing up the WWE, bro, I'll agree with you, but let's be real. You lead the pack. You know, every single week you find a way to diss the WWE. Every single week you find a way to bring them up. Because, you know, you're always doing press. You're always doing press, bro. Why don't you let guys like MJF do more press for you? If you're going to bury the WWE, let MJF do it. Because he wouldn't even think of trying to sign with the WWE after he buries them all the time, like you do. But let's just be real. Mr. Tony Khan, they're following your lead. If you went out there and said, look, guys, we're not bringing up the WWE, anyone from the company, Stephanie, Vince, Shane, Triple H, a wrestler, blah, 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 we're not bringing them up anymore. I guarantee you it would help your product overall, not just in the ring, but outside the ring, because if I'm a press guy, I'm looking at you as a whiny little clique of guys who just doesn't want to stop thinking about the WWE. Sound like some broken-hearted old women. Bitter. Lost their husband 20 years ago. They can't find another man. So guess what they're doing? They're continuously bashing the guy that they lost 20 years ago. It's been 20 years. Move on. That's why I respect Bryan. I mean, like, let's just be real. Bryan Danielson went out there, nothing but love and respect, moved on. They don't got to sit there and continuously bash these guys. They did great for me, blah, 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 moved on. But you got to continuously do this? And you're wondering why, yeah. It's kind of looking second rate now, guys. Second rate. But the promo was okay, just too long. Stephon Devereux, Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Oh, man. That rant was okay. We got more, though. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that really got me a little... Oh, man, come on, man. Chavo Guerrero, you the man for that. Seth Rollins, internet mark, or toxic idiot mark from the crowd, and We're going to talk about that next here on the Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. We'll be right back.